Well, it's a sad situation, and markets really seem to be rolling over here. And we were going along in an orderly fashion where the Fed announced they were going to do 50 basis point increases every month for the next 3 or 4 months, somewhat undefined there. But nonetheless, it was going to be a regular program. Then the market understood that. Then things got worse. Thursday, the GDP number came out worse. Consumer spending number came out worse. Housing numbers came out worse. And all of a sudden, the market completely collapsed Friday. The follow through on Monday, always at the open, there's a follow through, but then it got worse and worse and worse. So the markets closed near the bottom on Monday as well. So we were down almost 7 to 8% on all the indexes over a 2-day period of time. Then there was a 2-day rally or a morning rally in the S&P. But then on Tuesday, the S&P closed down again. So we had a major, major collapse in the market over a 3-day period of time. Then a rally on Wednesday, small. And of course, then a Thursday, big time move down again. So the market's retesting the lows of Monday. We'll see if they hold. But I would say that's Yahoo Finance had phrased that as the 4 days that changed the Fed. The markets were speaking, we don't believe this, it's going lower. So now instead of 50 basis points, Chris, they did 75, right?
Yeah, 75 basis point or 0.75% move. That came out Wednesday, and that's the largest increase since 1994. That was the last time they did as big of an increase as that. And I think it was an interesting reaction the market had. If you guys caught what Brian said, Wednesday was actually a rally. So the markets originally kind of rallied off of this 75 bip move. I think maybe happy that the Fed was taking it seriously, inflation seriously, and they were really trying to, get it under control. But then overnight, the market soured again, and Thursday was another brutal day down. So it was a short-lived rally there on Wednesday.
Yeah. And so anyway, Chris, and Switzerland for the first time raised rates, first time since 2007. So we know it's a significant thing with inflation. So it is around the world, and the administration is saying that it is around the world. But to say that inflation is everywhere, not in every country. So there are countries that are not in as bad a shape as the U.S. inflation. The UK has also raised rates, I think 4 times now, 25 basis points each, but they're talking about accelerating their movement. So there's a worldwide inflation phenomena because of oil prices, and then some food prices. Food and energy are the 2 big ones.
Yeah, well, and the European Union in particular is being impacted by Russia's war on Ukraine. I know recently Russia came out and slashed their gas exports again to Europe, driving up energy across. I think over there, they're averaging about $10 a gallon for gas. So they're feeling the inflation more from that front. In the U.S., it's other factors, I think, that are contributing to the inflation here.
For sure. Well, and then also Bitcoin, which was always considered to be an anti kind of a safe haven of choice recently, and that's gone now below 20,000 for the first time in 5 years. The average buyer of Bitcoin is now underwater because most people bought Bitcoin. Last year, we came up with a statistic that 55% of the owners of Bitcoin had just bought it in the last year. Well, that was all above 20,000. So most people, the average buyer is now underwater in Bitcoin. And I remember the days when it was under 1,000 a unit back in 2017. So very interesting development, right?
Yeah, and I think it topped out at around 64,000. So obviously a big fall from grace there. I think what's interesting from that perspective, what I've seen is you're seeing a lot of lawsuits come out in regards to crypto right now as well. There's been such heavy losses and significant losses that people are going to some of these exchanges and even celebrities that kind of endorse certain cryptocurrencies or made statements on behalf of them and are getting sued by certain people. So I can't speak to the legitimacy of them, but it's interesting. We're probably going to see a lot of this flying around because, billions of dollars was lost. people who invested money in this cryptocurrency and got kind of caught up in the frenzy of it.